Today, I'm going to show you how to make a good morning ritual tea using materia magicka that promotes calm and clarity and will help you to protect your spiritual energy throughout the day. Now, to craft this blend magically, we're going to be evoking the spirit of the powerful dawn goddess who goes by the name of Aurora, Eos, Husos, and Ostara, among many other sacred names that have been known to cultures throughout the world for tens of thousands of years. Hi magical friends, I'm Bianca and I'm here to teach you magical herbalism. Here from my workshop, I'll show you how to craft with sacred barks, herbs and flowers and resins so that you can create natural magic all the year round, living sustainably and in sync with nature. So firstly, we'll be using lemon balm. As a member of the mint family, lemon balm is cooling and soothing and is widely used to reduce stress and anxiety. It carries the gentle healing properties of the morning sun rather than the strong and pungent properties of the sun at its zenith. It's a great herb for restoring balance to soothe and frayed emotions, especially those that can surface in the morning as we haven't released all the tension and anxiety from the previous day, and when we wake up, we can find we start ruminating or worrying about these things and carrying that negativity with us throughout the day. So this is the main problem that we want to address with our good morning tea ritual. So lemon balm will be a cornerstone of this tea blend. We'll be using mint for calm and clarity. Mint is another balancing herb because it's simultaneously soothing and stimulating. Its flavour blends well with lemon balm. Together they create a very refreshing flavour, which is a great property for a morning tea. Of course, we want to be both soothed and refreshed in the morning. We're going to add a good dose of sage to protect the mind and boost our cognition and our mental faculties and our focus. Sage is a great protective herb that sharpens the mind and can aid memory and recall, because of course we want our mind to work as well as it possibly can be throughout the day. We're going to be using elderberries to protect our immune system and to give us some defense against the myriad of colds, flus and viruses flying around outside. Of course, using elderberries as well, we can call in the protective and nurturing virtues of the elder mother, who may lend us her powers and gifts of magical sight, of wisdom and intuition. Finally, we're going to add a sprinkling of mullein flower to aid communication, to support the manipura, the solar plexus, the third chakra, and the fourth chakra, the Visuddha, just to help us to avert some of the miscommunications, the misunderstandings that can so often cause unnecessary stress and anxiety and worries throughout the day. Mullein flower also brings in the healing and energizing properties of the sun, as it's a very sun-loving plant, and when it's in season, it spends all of its days basking in the sun and soaking up the sunlight with its little yellow flower dishes. So the tea needs to be well blended. Overall, it's the lemon balm that I really want to come through. So it's like a lemon balm tea, but I want to use these other ingredients to achieve a pleasant and well-balanced complexity with the flavour. Now, because the lemon balm is such a subtle flavour, it needs to constitute more than half in weight of all the other herbs in the blend. So I said I wanted to make about 30 grams of this tea blend to go in my jar. We'll probably end up with more. So I'm going to weigh out now the ingredients using my very unreliable scale. So I'm going to weigh out 18 grams of lemon balm. 17, 18. Knowing my scales though, it could probably be way out. Okay, so then I'm going to add the mint. So I'm going to go for about 4 grams of mint. If you like it really minty, you could add about 6 grams. But I'm just going to go with 4, which should bring it to 22 grams on the scales. Yep, that's perfect. Okay, so to the mint and the lemon balm, I'm going to give it a little kick of sage. So I'm going to add about 2 grams of the sage. That looks about 2 grams. So that should bring it up to 24. That's 23, 24, just a little bit more. Okay, so elderberries. I want to add about 3 to 4 grams of the elderberries. And then I'm going to add about 4 grams of the mullein flower because it's very, very light. So a few aren't even detected. Just that small spoonful there hasn't been detected at all by my scales, but I would say that's about just under 1 gram. This is about 3 to 4 grams of mullein flowers in there. Let's just pour this now into the glass mixing bowl so you can see what this blend looks like. So I'm now visually satisfied that here we have a nice blend, and this is sort of what I would expect it to look like and what I want it to look like. Right, so we'll take a little of our tea herbs so that we can dress our candle for Ostara. I'm just going to anoint it with some oil. This is just something recycled here that I made up for invoke. And so we just put a little bit of the oil around the outside there and add on a little sprinkling of our tea herbs in honour of Ostara. Light the candle. I'm not going to light the incense just yet because I don't want the smoke to adulterate the flavour of the tea, but I shall light the incense later on when I come to do the tea ritual. As some of you may know, Ostara is just around the corner. Ostara marks the spring equinox and it falls on the 20th and the 21st of March each year. So Ostara is an ancient dawn goddess who may have been worshipped for thousands of years around the time of the spring equinox. Her name is descended from the much older Indo-European Husos, whose name means exactly that, dawn rising from the east. In ancient Rome, they had Aurora. Aurora is the name of the dawn, and she was also the dawn deity. And the Greek equivalent is Eos. Eos is the dawn deity, and they, as well as the Vedic Ushas, Eos, Aurora, and Ostara are all descendant of Husos. In mythology, in Greek and Roman mythology, where we get most of our knowledge about the powers and the magic and how the gods were worshipped, we know that the dawn goddess was celebrated for her powers of daily renewal. So it was said that the dawn goddess would rise from the east, from her abode in the east. I think in ancient Greek this was a river, an oceanic river, obviously, which would have been situated somewhere in the east where they would see the dawn rising up from this river. And then the dawn goddess was said to fly over the sky, announcing the light of the sun and driving back the darkness and the night and all its terrors. So the powers of the dawn goddess in all her names are for daily renewal and for revealing light where there has been darkness. The spiritual idea of self-renewal is a really powerful one. It means we can wake up each morning and reset. We can create new goals. We can have new intentions, whatever happened the day before. And it also goes the other way. So if yesterday we had we achieved something positive, or we had a positive life-affirming experience, we can wake up the day after and we can carry this energy with us and build on it. And this is a really remarkable faculty that we have as human beings. Now, the magic of our good morning ritual is that we can harness the energy of the dawn goddess to literally trigger our own innate powers of self-renewal. I'm just going to add this blend now to the jar. Now, just because we have this innate ability of self-renewal doesn't mean that we can't lose it. So you may know if you have, or you or a loved one have experienced a trauma, an illness, a prolonged period of stress or struggle. You'll know the feeling too well of being at the bottom of one of life's valleys or troughs. It feels as if we know where we need to get. We need to get to the top of the hill where we can feel our optimum selves, where we can shine and feel good and enjoy life. But you know, it's as if the energy and the time it takes is so strenuous, and it's so much that we literally spend too much time down in the depths in our own darkness. Which isn't good for us. It's as if our own internal winter is lasting too long. So we can see around us everything waking up. We can see the opportunities going by. We know where we need to get to, but it's as if life feels, it feels as though all things are against us in life, and it's keeping us down there, and it's zapping our energy. So in this instance, we are literally out of sync, out of alignment with our own nature. Now, all of us will feel this or experience this at some times because, let's face it, life really is a series of hills and valleys or peaks and troughs. But if you know the mysteries of the dawn goddess, and you have techniques for working with her energy, you can literally bring about your own powers of self-renewal, and you can rise. You can rise like the dawn after what feels like a very long and terrifying night. So let's take this tea ritual together. I have my teapot, and I'm going to add 1 scoop of our good morning ritual tea herbs. In goes the hot water. So I can now smell that lovely lemon balm aroma, very calming and relaxing. I'll just let that brew for a minute, or 3 to 5 minutes ideally. I'm going to light my special Brazilian incense here. So this was gifted to me from my brother and his sweet girlfriend Alice, who is Brazilian, and she uses this in her own spiritual indigenous practice. And it's a really lovely, delicate smell. I haven't worked with an incense like this before. It's really fragrant and lovely. If you do come across them, I think you'll agree that it really is a very lovely incense. So thank you, Sam and Alice. I adore them and only use them on special occasions and for special ritual moments like this. Thank you. I'll just get my teacup now. So I have this delightful, whimsical, flowery teacup, which I use for my tea rituals. Now I'll just pour the tea into my cup. You can add honey to this if you like to sweeten. It's nice to have something to sweeten and to stir and to swirl into your cup. Now I want to draw in the energy of the dawn goddess to me, so I'm going to be stirring clockwise to draw energy to me and to address the dawn goddess with an incantation. Spirit of the dawn, who delivers the light, who chases away the darkness and banishes the night. Together we rise with the light of the sun. Protect my spirit until the day is done. And when the day is done and the sun has set, release my tension and bid me a good rest. So may it be. If you enjoyed this video and would like to see more, please don't forget to like, subscribe and share. Brightest blessings to you all. Blessed be.